Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I am excited to announce that we are starting week 1 of construction of our Cedar model with Ryan Homes. If you have been following this, you guys know we signed our contract back in August. It is now May. We were supposed to close in March and we've just broken ground this past week. So we are finally on week 1 of building our house, finally. My parents are supposed to break ground on a Tupelo model next week, so I'll definitely do videos on that model as well. And I believe a few other houses may have broken ground this past week, but mine was the very first one to break ground. So I'm super excited about that. We were getting a little scared with the rain and everything that we were seeing that we were not going to break ground, but we did end up breaking ground on Thursday. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like. I did mention it's a Cedar model. It does have an in-ground basement. It is not a walkout basement. So we will have an egress window, which doesn't look like it's been installed yet, but it's sitting down there at the end of the road. I can see it. So, yeah, we are finally getting the show on the road with that. We brought the girls out and they put the sold sign on our lot sign earlier this week, which was also very exciting. And hopefully we have some framing going up within the next week or two, because that would be really, really cool as well. So before I go out here and look around, I'm going to show you a few videos from earlier in the week. They were working on getting all of the dirt off of our lot. We used to have this giant dirt mound, so kind of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday-ish, they were taking the dirt off the lot. The kids were able to just kind of run around on our lot, which made them happy and not happy at the same time, because they really liked climbing in the dirt, but they're also very excited for the house. And then on Wednesday, we came out and our lot was all staked out. And Thursday when we came out, it was getting dug. So we had a little bit of a basement forming on Thursday. And we didn't come out Friday. It was kind of raining and we had a really busy day. So we did not come out Friday. So now we're here on Saturday and we're going to see what they've done. As usual, it's very windy, but you can see just the amount of rain we've had. So my basement is now being flooded for the very first time in its life. We definitely have some concrete. This is our garage, I believe, or going to be part of the garage. I'm not really sure what's happening here. I don't know. But we have concrete. We have footings or whatever they are. So that's exciting. I don't really know what all of that is. I'm sure other people will be able to tell me more of what this is, but I have no idea. We are going to be having a bathroom rough-in put in. So let's go around the other side here, because the bathroom rough-in should be over on this side. This is, I think, also very wet concrete, it looks like. Don't want to touch any of it. I have a pond in my basement. So the way that this works is these are the footers, and then once this is all dry, they'll have kind of like concrete forms that they're going to put up along the whole base of the basement, and they will fill those with concrete. Once those are done, it'll make kind of like, you can see the back of these houses, they look like kind of like a stamped brick. That's what it'll look like when the forms come off, and then they can start framing stuff after that. So this is currently what we got going on. There's a lot of water. There's a lot of water on the other side, so let me go around so I can show you guys just what it all looks like. Here's the back side of it, and I'm kind of like walking over mud and rocks and stuff, so I'm sorry if it's all jumpy. It's very, very wet. Very, very wet. But we have a pond. So a couple weeks ago, we had a lazy river out front, and now we've got a pond. So yeah, throw a couple of tadpoles in there. It'd be great. So I'll try to explain a little bit more again. So we've got over here is the garage, and then the stairs are coming down right here. There'll be a closet underneath of the stairs, and there should be a bathroom rough-in over here somewhere. I don't know exactly where that all goes, but it's over there. And then all of like the utilities, so the air handler and everything will be here, sump pump, water heater, all that good stuff will be going up right there. And then the rest of it is playroom. I think we're going to block off this part of it for like a media room, kind of like movie room. Danny's going to use it for football and such. So I think that is kind of the gist of it so far. But this is really only about 2 or 3 days of work for building, because that's all we really had. That's all they had this week. They kind of staked it out on Wednesday, started digging Thursday and Friday, and this is what we've got. I don't know what this is. So we have another lot over here that broke ground. I believe this is a hazel. I think this is a bigger one than mine, so it's either a hazel or an elder. I think it's a hazel, but I'll have to double check. Show you guys some of the progress here. It is so windy. So this lot is a walkout basement, and that broke ground. It's basically just a hole. My parents' lot holding all of the equipment. They were told that they're going to break ground on Monday. As you can tell, Monday is 2 days from now, and they're not working today. So we will not be breaking ground on my parents' lot on Monday, that's for sure. Now the thing that really worries me is that there's an egress window here for this one, and there's an egress window there for that one, but mine does not have an egress window, and it's supposed to. But I believe this is a walkout basement, so I'm thinking this is my egress window, but I guess they'll figure it out. Alright, you guys, I think that's going to end our week 1 construction update. So here's my big old hole in the ground. It feels so super duper tiny, but hopefully we see it coming along a little bit more down the road. I'll see you guys next week for week 2. Bye, guys.